This is Red, White, and Bluegrass.
We're halfway through a school year where cell phone use is legally not allowed in Kentucky. Before the passage of House Bill 208, several schools had tried different policies of their own, but that bill made it law for school boards to adopt a policy that prohibits phone use during the day. This year, we also have seen a new school safety law take effect around student and teacher communication, requiring all digital correspondence to happen through a traceable app. That law has faced some questions over unique circumstances. Senator Max Wise says the General Assembly will pursue policies to support teachers next year, including how artificial intelligence could play in the classroom.
We've made a focus from last session of removing some of those barriers to allow teachers to teach, to remove so much of red tape, and to allow them to truly do the job that they want to do. I think we're also looking at a time right now of technology, artificial intelligence, and it's going to be a very divisive line right now as we go forward as a Commonwealth of how does that play into education.
So, Senator Berg, I'm going to start here with you. Is there any doubt right now that that bill restricting more technology in the classroom is working?
Is it working? I haven't seen the data that shows that our kids are improving, but I think that you have to assume, given the data that we do have, how toxic these phones and social media and tablets are to young children. I think we have to assume it's making a positive impact. I have no doubt that the appropriation is that legislation is appropriate and that it has to have some good. I wouldn't mind if we took it further, to be honest.
Senator West, what do you think of that?
I actually agree with Senator Berg 100%. It's clearly made a difference. Anyone interested in this subject, I would recommend that they go back to our committee meeting we held last year during the interim prior to the passage of this bill. We have testimony from a New York author. His book is called The Anxious Generation, Jonathan Haidt. He testified in our committee, and everyone always knew it was a problem. You knew, it's common sense, you know, if you have a cell phone open in the classroom, you're distracted, you're not able to interact with your teacher as well as you should. But his study and all the studies show that it's worse than we thought it was. It leads to so many horrible outcomes. Example being, mental illness, distractibility, teen suicide, a long list of things that the percentages go up when kids are allowed to retain those in the classroom.
Now, I also mentioned Senate Bill 181 there. That was the bill that some teachers and even some parents, I think maybe even put a petition together saying, hey, the legislature may have went a little bit too far with this. Is there any possibility that'll be revisited next year?
Yes, absolutely. I think as many bills pass through the legislature, we're constantly doing technical cleanup bills to fix and tweak little things. I've had personal conversations with Senator Tishner, and it was actually in a meeting with her with the K groups during the interim. We were in a meeting and she listened to all their testimony, and they brought in concerns and complaints from their various districts, and she listened intently to those, and she will have a technical cleanup bill to respond to a few of those things.
Senator Berg, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, if I can jump in. I mean, this is really a technical cleanup. I strongly believe that the underlying premise of the bill, that teachers and students should not be having direct personal communications outside of the classroom, is absolutely appropriate. I mean, without question, it's appropriate. It's just a matter of making sure that, some relationships, mom's a coach, dad's a whatever, and they need to be able to get to their kids. It's not that we're taking it away, and it's not that we should take it away. We're just creating some for individual situations.
Yeah, unique circumstances.
And if I can jump in real quickly, just because this data is so overwhelming and some of it's recently come out, everybody's always asking about cell phones and children, and good studies that show absolutely unequivocally under the age of 12, just don't do it. And even between 12 and 16, really weigh the considerations. These have to be viewed as potentially dangerous in children's hands. They really do.
You agree with that?
I would agree, yes. And I wouldn't have agreed before I saw the testimony last session, before session. The data is pretty clear. You have really bad outcomes. Another thing that I forgot to mention that we talk a lot about, bullying. It's tremendously hurtful, and it promotes bullying in schools. A lot of the negative things we deal with in schools are directly related to that. I would be remiss without talking about test scores. The data shows that your actual performance in school goes down when cell phones are allowed to remain there. And so I agree with Senator Berg. I love the bill. We passed the bill, but if I were totally in charge, I probably would have gone a little bit further, where you put your phone in a lockbox at the beginning of the day and you don't see it till the end of the day. So we did give the schools a little bit of leeway on how they handled it, but it's also important to note I'm chair of Senate Education, and we hear a lot of complaints. And since this bill has passed, I haven't heard a single complaint from teacher, student, administrator on this bill.
Well, here's hoping that the changes continue to trend in the positive direction.